4th century, Christians in northern Africa were persecuted by the pagan emperor Diocletian. Under Diocletian's order, sacred texts were burned and Christian buildings were demolished. He oftentimes imprisoned clergymen, and those who lived to tell the tale were called confessors. People who were killed in imprisonment were considered martyrs. Though some clergymen complied with Diocletian's instructions, and they were called tradadores, or hand-rovers. In Henry Chadwick's book, Augustine, written in 1986, he describes how in the 4th century there were hawks and doves in the church. The Christian hawks had never been keen on cooperating with secular authority. They saw themselves as safeguarding the authentic holiness and ritual purity of God's temple at whatever cost and without fear of confrontation. They wanted nothing more to do with the handovers or the tradadores. The doves, meanwhile, wanted no confrontations, but only to live quiet lives of modest virtue and ordered faithfulness. They were prepared to let the tradadores return to ministry and carry on. This problem came into the global realm in 1311 when the Bishop of Carthage died. The doves quickly gathered 3 bishops to consecrate the archdeacon as his successor. According to Christian Apologetics and Research Ministry, Felix, the bishop of Aptunja, was a tradador. As a consequence, the hawks consecrated a new rival bishop who was not recognized north of the Mediterranean or by Constantine the Great. Chadwick says in his book Augustine, from thenceforth until the Muslim invasion of Africa 3.5 centuries later, 2 rival Christian groups existed.
According to Quash, Donatus was the Hawks bishop's successor, hence the name Donatism. They believed that the church must remain holy and pure. Sacraments and baptisms that were performed by those deemed unholy must be invalid. Be holy, for I am holy. Leviticus 11:44. And they were rigorous. They believed in the perfection of the church, and quote the saying that the church is without spot or blemish. 2 Peter 3:14.
The strongest argument against Donatism was brought up by St. Augustine of Hippo. According to Quash, the Donatism practice betrayed 2 things at the heart of Christian teaching: the ineradicable fallibility of creation, which includes the church, and its consequent unavoidable need of grace on this side of time. This means that Donatism disregarded the fact that humans had original sin and would constantly need Christ's redemption. Quash also said it is God's job to make the church pure, not ours, and he will do it when he is ready. Following Donatism to a T would create empty or dishonest churches because nobody is as pure as Jesus. The important outcome of declaring Donatism a heresy is that it means that sacraments are holy because they are of God's words, not because of the minister who performs them. Also, the sacrament belongs to Christ, not the minister, and salvation will always be found through Christ's works and words, which isn't due to a minister's personal actions.